Voilà, l'injection est prête. Complètement terrorisé.
Oh, mais les messieurs sont toujours terrorisés.
Non, 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 mais là, on lui a fait un tel tableau, maintenant on lui avait dit que c'était tellement effroyable qu'il ne devait même pas venir. Oui, madame.
C'est de physique. Terminé.
Financial difficulties make the outlook for the Pasteur Institute seem rather precarious. What way out do you see to this?
Well, in order to answer clearly, one has to be precise. We have, in fact, two problems. One is to find a stable financial basis for the operation of the Institute, and the other is to renovate our buildings and equipment and so on, a large fraction of which is completely obsolete. The two problems need to be considered separately. The first thing is that we need a wider financial basis, and that can come only from an increased help and reimbursements from the government. This is something that we are asking the government to do. There is a government commission now, a committee, working with us here at the Pasteur Institute to study our operations. We play the role in France of institutions which in most advanced countries are in fact government operated because of the kinds of services that they render to public health. So that we believe this request to be entirely justified, and I have serious hope that it will be recognized to be justified by the government. The other problem, which is in some respects more difficult, is this problem of renovating our campus. And there I can see only two solutions. If it is decided that we should remain in this campus within Paris, then the money for renovating the buildings or having new buildings instead of the old ones can only come from from the government and perhaps also from some gifts. But the sum of money required is so large that virtually only the government will be able to do it. The other possibility is to move out of Paris, sell this land here, which is extremely valuable, and use another potential campus which we own quite near Paris, in Garches, where I think you've been visiting and may testify that the place is quite beautiful.
Indeed, it is.
Attention, quelqu'un
receive every day from France and from other country material like brain to put the diagnosis. And we know very well the pathogenesis of the rabies, we know very well the virus of the rabies, and we know also the transmission of the rabies. You know the transmission of the rabies is by air, by bites, but we arrive now to cultivate the virus, and we have a very good vaccine. And this vaccine is employed now, just begin to be employed in the world, before to animals, and after, and very, very few months, a year, this vaccine must be employed for the human beings. Tissue culture vaccine.
sort of illnesses will these mice help the Institut Pasteur to pursue its studies into?
They are very important tools for research in the field of immunology. If we feed them with a diet, a chemically defined diet without any antigen, they do not develop any antibodies. So they are free of immunoglobulin, and with a single antigen, we are able to produce a single antibody into them, you know? As they do not have any infection, their defense mechanisms are kept to a very low level. So we can stimulate with a single bacteria, with a single virus, with a single skin graft, for example, and they develop their process of defense. First, we have to pick young animals before they are normally delivered from their mother by a cesarean section. Then we put them inside of this unit and we breed them, we feed them artificially with a reconstructed milk, and we have to feed them. These mice have been in this unit for at least 20 generations. In very good conditions and repeat them precisely as many times as we would like.
What sort of illnesses? Institute is one of the European watch centers against flu. How does it operate?
Influenza Watch is organized at the international level through WHO, World Health Organization network of laboratories. There is at least one in each country where the information on influenza is collected and from where it is redistributed. So we collect and distribute information from France, from the north part of France, to WHO in Geneva and to the International Center of Influenza in London, the National Institute for Medical Research, where Dr. Shield is in charge of the identification of all strains coming from different countries. So there are two levels of identification and reference, one here and the second in London.
What research are you doing on influenza at the moment?
Well, we have several projects. One of them is the epidemiological watch of what we have just discussed, and another is the study on vaccines. The reason why it's important to see what type of influenza is circulating is because that the virus that in France, with all the types of vaccine we have, more than 3 million people have been vaccinated. So these people are quite probably protected, but there are still a large number which are not, of course.
Of course, the vaccine. The Pasteur Institute has a worldwide mission far beyond France's borders. Can other countries help the Institute in its present crisis?
Well, indeed, in principle and on paper, they certainly can. We need, for this complete renovation of our campus, about 100 million francs. I'm ready to accept 100 million francs wherever it might come from.
British philanthropist Sir Max Raine has already donated £750,000, that's about $1,800,000, towards a new immunology building. Why is the French government so slow to provide the rest of the money you need for this purpose?
Well, I think the main reason why the government has been hesitating very much is precisely the fact that our extremely tight financial condition was known, and government committees felt that perhaps this was not the right time to increase the size and therefore the financial problems at the Pasteur Institute. And this is why my hope, or rather my aim, is to solve both problems at the same time.
La plus proche de beaucoup du groupe des streptocoques. L'espèce la plus proche de Streptococcus fecalis. Comme d'hommes, on a un travail de synthèse aux États-Unis, on fait ça. On a un premier groupe de deux espèces qui en fait n'en rencontrent qu'une, c'est la Lactobacillus français d'ailleurs. C'est un milieu d'enrichissement naturel, si vous voulez. Et peut-être le meilleur, c'est bien dans un récipient, de manière à une certaine analyse. Un très grand nombre d'espèces, mais est-ce que ça a valeur d'espèce? Ça va gonfler, ça va pourrir, ça va éclater, ça va être une putréfaction épouvantable. Dans le saucisson sec, ça